Yes, they can't talk say this so care, it no matter. Even if una do nothing them, now they show power, and I show power. Una don't hear how international community talk about violence on both sides. Una know say before this struggle one start, 2015, 2016, yes, after when it start, we dey inside 2017, 2018. Una know say this so anytime when international community, Amnesty International, or international community, international organization, then Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, when they can't give some kind of report, they talk about violence on both sides. When I know say this, so all we would ever go after them, no. Would they ever go after them? We go talk say this, so oh, na lie. Would they go, you understand the pressure would ever go after them for Twitter, in fact, for all social media. Because we know say there is nothing like violence on both sides. Now, La Republic is one. But today, 2023, if we talk that thing again, can we say that again? If we ever go after them again? We don't fit because violence on both sides is true, it's real. Not real. I want to watch the video. I want you to watch this one, see something. Now the recent thing where they talk about. European Union Parliament, on a situé les talk about it. And they come back.
Passé aujourd'hui au Cameroun. Actuellement, ce gouvernement Biya refuse toujours de prendre en compte les demandes d'éléments modérés pour un retour au fédéralisme qui accorderait aux régions une plus grande autonomie. Et les séparatistes, par ailleurs divisés, campent sur leur demande d'indépendance. Nous avons aujourd'hui un certain nombre de revendications. Nous demandons une aide humanitaire, nous demandons également qu'un dialogue puisse s'établir et nous demandons que le service d'action extérieure aide à aller dans ce sens. Merci.
Merci. Let me invite next speaker, author Mr. Andrews. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Madam President, Commissioner, colleagues. 2 weeks ago, 7-year-old Brandy Tatau was shot and killed by a police officer while walking home from school in Bamenda, a city in northwest Cameroon. Brandy is just one of thousands of young girls who are the utterly innocent victims of the armed conflict in Cameroon over the past 5 years. The forced schools boycott in the Anglophone regions has exposed children to child recruitment by terrorist organisations, forced labour, forced childhood marriage and sexual abuse. Children make up 28% of all cases of gender-based violence in Cameroon, and 13% of girls are married before the age of 15. Today we mark the International Day of Violence Against Women. The case of Cameroon reminds us that women and young girls continue to be systematically used as pawns in power struggles across the world. Of course, in order to protect women and girls in Cameroon, we need an immediate ceasefire and for both sides to initiate peace talks without further delay. First and foremost, we must protect life. But the only surefire way to ensure that the human rights of women, girls and others are upheld in Cameroon is to have effective legal safeguards. And that is why Renew insisted on strong emphasis on the rule of law in this urgency resolution. To protect human rights, you need functioning courts, robust, proportionate laws and international recourse. This is the responsibility of the Cameroon government, and it is also the European Union's responsibility as strategic partners of Cameroon to exert the necessary pressure to make this happen. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let me invite next speaker, author Mr. Corrao. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Madam Chair, Commissioner and colleagues. As you know, Cameroon is beset with 2 violent conflicts and went from peaceful protest to war. The escalation of violence has led to a number of simultaneous political and security challenges and to a high level of instability, which the people of Cameroon are now facing. This is very deplorable and frustrating. Armed groups and the government force committed widespread human rights abuses, including extrajudicial or summary execution and mass killings. This has resulted in 80% of schools in the 2 Anglophone regions being closed or destroyed, and 700,000 students are denied education. We also see that ethnic tensions are rising, with political speech turned into hate speech. based on ethnicity and gender discrimination, which is taking place in an atmosphere of terror in the region, including targeted attacks on students, teachers, but also journalists and humanitarian workers. All this is very concerning, and the European Union needs to respond strongly. It is no longer possible to ignore this conflict, and the situation is increasingly deteriorating. We need to mediate for an immediate ceasefire, calling on both sides to the conflict to cease purposefully targeting civilians, schools and children, which deprives them of the right to education. It is also time that we make use of all the financial instruments provided by development aid or other programs as a political leverage, using them to enhance the defense of human rights in a country that is suffering since too long. Thank you.
We don't hear that woman talk. That is violent on both sides. Violent on both sides. Now, because of that, all the nothing on the ground. Hold him out, don't threaten. Say this woman go bullet whatever here. Eh? Oh, this man go she don't say no, they want them to go kill, go bullet them. It correct? Not correct. Una go to say this ground zero more pay una money, una more collect budget from ground zero. Man we no get una do it. Una move for game now. Una go catch and put am for dancing a black leg, una bullet them for front cafiage. Then una expect say this will mean they no see and say na violent on both sides. Una the dirty Ambazonia in name. Una the dirty Ambazonia in name. The reason why una say they can't talk all this in the population is because these people then did their action then the dirty Ambazonia in name. It is dirty one name. And now because of that name we will trouble for cleaner. You see, we tell any soldier for ground zero say, boy, no do so, no do so, no do so. Treat their civilian population fine. Take care for them. Uno dirty Ambazonia name, you know the dirty Ambazonia name. Eh? Before if you ever hear anything like say violence on both sides, when the one can talk, I know will come go argue, will come go talk no. But now they talk, I'll just don't be quiet. You want to talk with they will show you proof, they will show you evidence. You want to talk. Let me say the lie. Eh? Oh, una they cause the thing them. One day. Now, when they talk say this so violent on both sides, una they cause the problem level ground zero. Now the you know. Now una go in for. No check say this so they talk say violent on both sides like say when the one can investigate for see and say now we do they will leave una. They don't leave una. The very team made of gang for Pobia Tanganji and the other people they don't give you. You will say you live for by your side and you the cause problem for ground zero, they will give you. And if when they will identify that soldier for ground zero, they will identify, they will chop it, they will give you to the very treatment. When they talk another year, when I say we get a power, we not continue. When we get power, we get sense no, we not continue. That they talk. When I tell you this thing go finish, and when it go finish, any man with hand dirty, he go pay. When I work at dirty Ambazonia name for it. Eh? This thing that you will fit do without any problem. We do so easily we give away. Eh? They can begin to say violence on both sides, this and that. We not say Atanganji boy the day. And we not be deny thing where our own people they don't do it for we, for our own people. They will can begin lying na ekelebe and do. Why we for lie? When they see before when they can't say violence on both sides, we can argue. But now can you argue? We cannot argue. If you talk violence on both sides, it's reality. You cannot argue. So because ekelebe they collect budget for remedy. Me I'm to go collect the very budget for remedy. Then who want free who? Now who be actually not the enemy? Who want free who? What is here? You go cash people, they say black leg them. You put them for down, you bole and them for front cafiage. You go cash man say this way he make lost document. You bole and he. Eh? You go cash songa say this way they follow a kelebe. You wash your head move. Then after you can't talk say you can't talk say wait, you can't argue wait. When we hear this kind of report them from international community, we will simply accept say yes, there is violence on both sides. And those among us who are causing this violence, they are tarnishing our image. We'll just simply hand you over to them. And with evidence, we'll keep them. I'm keeping my evidence. I keep my evidence. When the day go reach, when they catch some man, talk say this, so this man, now he don't cause me problem for this trouble. It be so simple. I will just show my evidence. When I dey go testify, I will go testify. You go down gata. How are they talk now? I know the 1 year no. Don't worry. say muna treat mommy and papa them for ground zero fine, una no dey hear. Una dey deny say this one no, una wan only suffer them. Man wey go against una bole. No worry. I dey keep all that record then. When time go come, when they go put una hand, we can testify against una. Una confirm no. Una confirm una no change here. Una continue. So my people una dey see no. I tell una say this one will struggle for build the image for our liberation struggle. We struggle for build a positive image. Because every people must have a positive image. If you don't get positive image, no man will sympathize with you. No man will stand or support you. Now, because of that positive image, we will give a show about outside, where they give us support, say no people deserve to help them. Don't help you. But if they say so you two you do the very bad thing the way the man will claim say he do bad thing the way they do them for your people then. How they will can help you? Better more solve una problem una. You see, no man will sympathize with you. So when I look at the vex for when they can't talk it now. Oh, for why you hate the man? Why you hate the man? I don't hate no man. I hate the man in action then because it is spoil the struggle in him. And una never ever can talk. Una never ever can talk again. Una never can deny it for when no talk. But una get problem now for Fabiano because if Fabiano they can't talk. Una want to say me happen me and man no talk. Why man no talk? If una know what the man talk, them una no do am. That man me them for ground zero. That papa for ground zero. They deserve the best. Una treat them fine, and everything will be okay. Thank you.